With Epic Universe quickly approaching, Disney's got to prepare for an all-out war here in 2025.
Let's just be clear here. There is nothing that Disney can do to stop people from going to Epic Universe next year. It's the biggest thing to happen in the theme park industry in the US since, Islands of Adventure opened in 1999. So yeah, this is a big deal.
Disney cannot stop the legions and hordes of Harry Potter and Nintendo freaks from making their way to Epic Universe. No shot, no way in hell. But they can try to lessen the blow here by being competitive. They're going to have to lower their prices in 2025 for sure. It just makes sense.
Okay, so the only problem with that is Disney doesn't do things that make sense.
True.
In classic fashion, they have raised prices all across the board. We're talking theme park tickets, hotels, merch, food, everything. I guess that's one way to get your guests back from Universal.
Okay, but with a new theme park opening, Universal's obviously going to price gouge us as well.
Just the opposite, exactly. Prices are barely going up from what they're currently set at.
Huh?
When a brand new theme park opens, especially in the Orlando area, it's not always the competitors that are really taking the hit. They bleed attendance from the other parks that they already own. When Animal Kingdom opened in 1998, the other Disney parks did take a hit, and the same thing happened with Universal Studios when Islands of Adventure opened up. After a few years, though, when the popularity dies down, things kind of start to go back to normal again, and everything kind of evens out. It's as if nature's healing, if you will. The circle of life.
Yeah, it's kind of weird to think about, but it also makes sense. Where are you going to be grabbing guests from for your new theme park? The parks that they used to go to. So
Exactly.
It's oh, Animal Kingdom's all the rage right now. We don't have to go to Epcot this year, kind of deal. So it does make sense.
The average person does have to pick and choose.
So Universal is essentially saying that they're not going to let that happen this time by keeping prices down, especially for these multi-day packages. They are sacrificing money that they would solely be making on Epic Universe because people would obviously pay out the wahoo to get to that theme park over the next few years anyway. But with this tactic, they can keep Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure full of people. And if those parks are full of people, you know where they aren't. Sneaky, sneaky.
Just for the heck of it, let's compare 2 4-day park passes for both of these chains. No park hopper or anything. Just a regular 1 park per day package here. For this exercise, we did just pick a random week in the middle of July 2025, right into the peak of summer. Disney's 4-day package comes to $642. Meanwhile, Universal's comes to $476. And which one of these parks is opening a new mega, exciting, world-renowned park in 2025? Not the one that's price gouging.
With these prices, it seems like it's Disney. But yeah, that ain't the case, folks. Okay, so fine. Disney isn't going to drop prices. They don't know how to do that, apparently. They've never done that. They will never do that.
Get over it. Move on.
But they're going to have to compete in a different way. Obviously, with Epic Universe opening, Universal's going to have a bunch of new rides and attractions. But only at that park. Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios are getting no new rides for 2025. Not that we've heard of anyway. And look at the date, folks. We're getting pretty close to that year. And this is where Disney can win over some of those guests by adding new attractions in 2025.
So let's see which attractions Disney has ready for us opening in 2025 across their parks. Magic Kingdom is getting a nighttime parade. Okay. Besides diehard Disney fans, I don't know if that is really going to get the average guest to pay extra or just to buy a ticket to the park in the first place.
Raise your hand if you don't care.
Sorry. Not parade people.
Animal Kingdom is getting Zootopia. Better Zoogether.
What?
I'm sorry.
Are you okay? Did you just have a stroke? What was that?
Trying to say that I almost did. Yeah, wow. What? Jeez.
Better Zoogether?
What a name, right?
Yeah, it really rolls off the tongue. Love it.
The 3D show that everybody was asking for. This one is replacing It's Tough to Be a Bug, and that's kind of sad, honestly. That show is absolutely electric. I'm sorry.
It's epic. I love it.
It just is. Terrifying.
Yeah, those spiders and the bees?
There is no closing date on It's Tough to Be a Bug yet, so we're looking at maybe a late 2025 for Zootopia here, if even that. I would not be surprised if it ends up being 2026, because Disney's gonna Disney, right?
Epcot is getting Test Track 7.0 or something at this point, I guess. Yeah, everyone seemed really excited for that. I don't really know if anyone was asking for this. I guess we'll see if this iteration is any better than the current one or any one that came before it. But again, don't really see the need.
Well, let's hope it is, because honestly, Test Track 2.0 was like a downgrade from the original, if I remember correctly. But again, like...
It's not new. It's not exciting. It's old news.
Who's excited for this? Yeah. Hollywood Studios is getting 2 brand new shows. Well, actually 1. The Little Mermaid was a show that was there up until the COVID shutdown and hasn't been around since. You know, kind of like the Daily Housekeeping in their $1 million a night resorts. And the Magical Express, which was the bus that would shuttle you back and forth from the airport to your rooms. Maybe we bring those back, Disney.
I like that idea.
Just a thought. Also, they're bringing a brand new Disney Villains show to Hollywood Studios as well, replacing the Lightning McQueen car thing show. I don't know. I've never actually seen it myself.
I honestly just learned about that existence right now, filming this. So, sure, that exists.
You know, the funny thing, I was actually thinking about the Cars franchise, and they have cars in that movie that are like taxis and buses. But there are no humans in this world, correct?
Not that we saw.
Or any animals. Like, I'm pretty sure it's just cars and plants, right? So what are these buses and taxis for?
Yeah, I don't know. And it almost seems like car slavery, too, in a way. I don't know.
Like, they're pointless. Like they have no purpose to exist. Which is kind of sad, honestly.
It is really sad. And a bit of a loophole there, Disney.
Okay, cool. 2 shows coming to Hollywood Studios, and they could actually use these for capacity in that park. But are these shows going to draw in any extra people again? I don't think so. Okay, so technically not the best ride lineup for 2025. The only new ride they're getting is a refurbishment of an already existing one. But at least they aren't going to be losing any attractions next year. Come on!
Actually, besides the 2 shows we've already spoken about being replaced, Magic Kingdom is going to be losing Big Thunder Mountain for the entirety of 2025. We guess they'll be upgrading this to include like lighting and audio that other iterations of the ride have across the world. And that's cool and certainly an upgrade, but I don't know if this is like exactly perfect timing on their part. Unless they were going to do an actual like full retrack of this ride, like how could you actually need a full year? But hey, that seems to be Disney's pace. So here we are.
Right. Let's not forget that it took them 5 years to build Tron. A ride that already existed in China, by the way.
Yep.
So like no new technology needed or anything like that.
A clone.
Universal literally put up an entire theme park faster than they could build one ride.
Shame. And also this upgrade of Big Thunder Mountain should have happened already. Why are they waiting for the exact year that Epic Universe opens? I mean, it's just mind-boggling. You're waiting for this epic park to open and you're going to shut down one of your fan favorite rides. I don't get it.
They must be a lot smarter than we are.
Yeah, I guess so. My brain doesn't work like theirs. One of the main reasons might be all the technical issues they're having with Tiana's. I guess it would be a lot on your plate to try to fix everything all at once. Those are 2 major attractions in Frontierland, and I guess you wouldn't want them both shut down at the same time. We don't know, but Tiana's is definitely still having some issues.
So they're both going to be down anyway. Yeah.
Tiana's
Tiana's works like half the time, maybe. Yeah. So yeah, they may as well have just done the Big Thunder refurbishment last year, so it would be ready for the opening of Epic Universe. Like, this is my favorite ride at Magic Kingdom, Big Thunder Mountain. I mean, not everybody agrees, but it's certainly one of their best.
Absolutely. It's definitely a crowd favorite, and it definitely brings in guests.
And to have it down the entire year when your competitor is opening up a brand new theme park.
Make it make sense.
And poor Animal Kingdom. They're losing a big ride in Dinosaur, which will certainly be closing at some point in 2025 for the inevitable retheme to Indiana Jones. And this is kind of a catastrophe for Animal Kingdom. They already basically have no rides.
Yeah.
I'd say they have 4 main attractions, Flight of Passage, Kilimanjaro Safaris, Expedition Everest, and this dinosaur. So you're losing a quarter of that just like that? Something tells me Animal Kingdom's attendance is really going to be hurting next year. And also in 2026.
Ultimately, it seems a little too late for Disney to pivot at this point. The wrecking ball that is Epic Universe is just going to take them down next year. Do we think that next year Universal's attendance is going to top Disney's? No. But we will see the attendance gap diminish greatly between these two parks.
It's going to get real close.
The margin will get small.
In a few years, we could definitely see Universal being top dog in Orlando, like getting more attendance than Disney World, honestly.
Yeah, that's realistic at this point.
Because, I don't know, they actually put forth effort into making their guests have a good time.
What? Wait, what?
What a concept, right?
See how it works out for them. Probably well.
While Disney just continues to go with the raise the price, that'll show them approach, and let's keep making all these ridiculous live action movies and just bleed off millions and millions of dollars.
Strategies for the bold, Reg. What would we know?
Yeah, go get your Mufasa tickets before they sell out, folks.
Yeah, run to the theater, run to the box office. They're selling like hotcakes.
So Snow White looks even better.
We didn't want to be Disney haters. I never thought I'd grow up to become a Disney hater. But here we are.
When we were kids, it was the greatest thing on earth.
Literally, yeah. And I don't think that's just like baked in nostalgia or anything. I truly feel the 90s were the era of Disney, and it looks like the 2020s, second half anyways, could belong to Universal.
2020s is the death of Disney.
Yeah. R.I.P. We want to see them do well. We want to see them make good decisions. We just haven't in quite some time. So
a nice healthy competition between the two would be best, because we all win.
Exactly. I just feel like with Universal, we're seeing new stuff come out like every single day about Epic Universe. They're exploring the areas more. We're delving into the rides, into the shows, even in the restaurants and merch. And anytime we hear something from Disney, it's always just like, what? That's like our only reaction. So it's getting a little stale, I guess.
All right, what are you guys still doing here? Video's over. Go get your Mufasa tickets.
Quickly, we said.